He is an NBA champion and also 17 seasons in the National Basketball Association, and also known by two names in that journey: No Malice, My Life in Basketball, or How a Kid from Queensbridge Survived the Streets, the Brawls, and Himself to Become an NBA Champion. The author of said book, Metta World Peace, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Good to see you.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here with you in that seat, even though Mike's my man.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's good.
All good. I'm glad that I'm glad you are back here. And I'm looking at the photographs in the back. I see you holding up the Larry O'Brien Trophy with a cigar.
Yes.
I see you dunking a basketball in a Pacers uniform.
Yeah.
I see you with an Artest uniform from the Sacramento Kings days.
Absolutely.
And I see you with Barack Obama.
Yeah. That was brief, though. I wasn't really with Barack Obama.
What do you mean?
Because, I mean, he was there, and it was like, hey, how you doing? And, he's the president, so you can't get up and give him a hug. Like, that's a little too much.
You do look a little chummy, though. His arms on your shoulder right there.
Yeah, he did. He also invited me to the White House to play a game, and that didn't happen, but it's okay.
You mean the invitation didn't come, or?
I didn't get it. I was supposed to go to the White House and play some basketball. I was waiting for this invitation, and...
Were you Metta World Peace at that point, or
I
Artest?
was Metta at that time.
Man.
I changed my name.
Because, I mean, the guy won a Nobel Peace Prize. You'd think that it's having somebody with the last name of World Peace.
Maybe I wasn't as important as Kobe and LeBron and Wade. It's fine. Only the best defensive wing to play the game, but it's okay.
I got it.
It's okay.
I have it. So how did a kid from Queensbridge survive the streets, the brawls, and himself to become an NBA champion?
Just support. A lot of support. Thank you for everybody who's been helping me out throughout my career. I remember 8th grade, intermediate school, ISA, Queens. I got chased out to school by some beef my older brother had. We looked alike, had a fight about 10 kids. Then I wait till like 5 p.m. until everybody's gone. And I never go back to that school. And I got a scholarship because this guy saw me play basketball. Then he gave me a scholarship to a LaSalle Academy. 4 years, Christian Brothers School. And that's one of the ways I made it out. I was able to go to a Christian Brothers School for 4 years.
And then St. John's came and
then
got you?
St. John's Catholic School.
Was it Louis Carnesecca who came and got you?
Fran Fraschilla.
Fran Fraschilla came and
Alex
got you.
Evans.
Okay.
Ron Rutledge. They had a great staff. And then I went to Mike Jarvis the next year and Jarvis Jr.
Mike Jarvis, I forgot about him.
Mike Jarvis, love him.
With St. John's.
Yeah.
Okay. And then... interesting title, No Malice. We all know. Why did you choose that?
Well, I didn't want that.
Okay.
I don't mind talking about the brawl no more. I'm kind of over the affair. Then I'm like, Malice. I'm like, I don't feel like going down this road, man.
But you're writing a book.
Yeah, you're writing a book, but I don't really care about selling books. I'm like, I'd rather sell no books than have that title. But Ryan Dempsey was like, it'd be pretty cool. And I was worried about how people would think about it. And I don't care about what people think about me much.
Dempsey being your co-author.
Yeah, Dempsey being, yes.
Okay.
And then Triumph. We all came up with the title pretty much. We all agreed on it. But I was very worried about that title. But, I guess it's a book. And I guess, people want that type of title.
Well, I mean, it definitely is one. Yeah, I could see how you'd want to put that behind you, but I mean, in a book, everything is kind of laid bare.
Right.
In that, what do you mention about it in this book?
I mention about I talk about the bet. People don't understand. Although my career was going this way, but emotionally I was going down in 2004. I was averaging 18 points the year before, and then I was finished sixth in voting for MVP, and I got Defensive Player of the Year. So my goal was to come back that year and get MVP. So I was on target. And we had the most wins in the regular season, Jermaine O'Neal, all those guys. So that season, I was still going crazy emotionally. I was still going the opposite directions. But the guy who threw the cup of beer at me, John Green, who's a friend of mine now, it was a $50 bet. So when the guy raised his hand, and I got hit on the scorer's table, I thought he hit me. I'm like, there's no reason for anybody to be raising their hands and cheering because the game is not going on. So I'm like, okay, you hit me. I went in that direction, and then John Green was like, he saw me running, and he kind of skinned it up, like, I hope Metta or Ron doesn't think it's me, right? So the guy raised his hand because he owed John Green $50 that he could hit me. So they was just drunk, having fun, which everybody does silly things, but it cost me tons and tons of millions of dollars.
But you're friends with the guy who hit you with the beer?
Absolutely. This is the reason why. I reached out to him because I don't like to hold grudges. And then also, in this life, it's bigger than getting hit with a cup of beer, getting suspended, losing tens and tens of millions of dollars. And, life is bigger than that. You understand? And things happen, and we move on.
How'd you find him? How'd you find him?
Well, when I first got suspended from the borough, I thought everybody hated me. I was still young, in my own mind. I had like 3-4 personalities at that age, or hearing things, right? And I was just going crazy at that age. And then I said, I need to get rid of this. I need to feel better about myself. So I reached out on Twitter. I said, hey, if anybody can find this picture, I'll take you to lunch. I didn't put the name because it was John Green, and I didn't want people to think Ron Artest is reaching out to John Green to start a fight. So I put the picture up, and this guy said, I know who that is. That's John Green, and he found him for me. He gave me his number. I called the number from direct message, and it said, this number has been changed, and then it gives you the right number, right? So it don't make no sense why they did that back in the days.
Right,
It's pretty stupid, right?
Sure.
So then I called the number. I said, hey, this is Ron. Can I speak to John? His wife answers, and she says, get the F out of here, right? That's what she says. Stop playing games. I said, no, I'm serious. This is Ron. Mm-hmm. And then she said, hey, John, Ron's on the phone, right? Like we are friends. It's the funniest story. I wish we could have filmed it. John answers the phone, and this is the guy who threw the cup at me. I can see why. He's crazy. He answers the phone and says, hey, Ron, what's up? Like he knows me. You understand? Hey, Ron, what's up? How you doing? Very sorry.
He said right away,
he didn't
I'm very
even
sorry.
check to see if it was me. Like he just knew it was me.
I would have paid anything to hear that conversation.
It was amazing. And he said, I'm sorry about what happened. Then he told me the story about the bet, which was like, wow, like it made me feel so much better about that situation, because there was no way out that situation. No way.
You felt better to know that he made a bet that he could hit you with a beer?
Yeah, because everybody for one, they blamed me for something that was on TV and it wasn't my fault. I didn't start this thing, but they say I did, right? Okay, cool. And then two, to find out it was a bet, you understand?
Mm-hmm. Well, look, I know you don't want to have No Malice in the title, but I mean, it's an incredible story, and it's a great way to get people to
shout out to John
to check out the rest of this book. No Malice, my life in basketball, how a kid from Queensbridge survived the streets, the brawls, and himself to become an NBA champion. Did he ever get the $50?
I'm going to ask him that, John. I'm going to text you later.
Follow-up question on that. All right, I want to take a break, come back, ask you who you think is going to win the NBA Finals. Now that we know the Final Four.
Absolutely.
And then we have culled some Metta World Peace facts.
Okay.
True or false, that we're going to ask my two guys over there to see who knows more about you. And then you will confirm whether these are true or meta or false meta.
Let's do it.
That's next here on The Rich Eisen Show. Okay, Metta World Peace, No Malice, My Life in Basketball. Check it out where books are sold. What do you think of the Final Four here? Who do you think is going to wind up winning the NBA championship, Metta World Peace?
Well, LeBron's my favorite player, and my kid loves him, and we think he's great. But I feel like the Warriors are going to win. I think Kevin Durant needs a second ring to start being in that same conversation as Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan. So they must win.
So they must win in that
They must win.
You don't think Houston's going to knock them out?
No, I can't see Houston beating these guys, even though they're number one.
Why is that? I mean,
the reason is because the way the Warriors move the ball. Their whole team is back also. So.
Well, I mean, Harden moves the ball.
Harden
this
just
year more
moving.
than ever.
I'm
Chris
very
Paul is there to help move the ball,
and he's playing off the wall.
Capella could create some matchup problems for Golden State a little bit.
They can. I think this is their first year playing this well,
right?
Because we don't know how good the Warriors would have been. They were hurt. Now they're back. So I'm thinking that they're just going to repeat, and win the title.
So you think it's going to be Cavs versus Warriors again, 4th year in a row, and the Warriors take it down?
I think so.
Okay. So we have culled Metta World Peace. We have culled some Metta World Peace facts, okay, from your book here and just from life in general. And we'd like to play a game with Chris Brockman and Mike Del Tufo over there.
Okay.
Where I will read out the facts. They will guess whether it's true meta or false meta, and then you will confirm.
Okay, let's do it.
Here we go.
The Rich Eisen Show presents real meta
Artest, that's a three. Bang!
or fake meta.
You are fake.
Okay, very good. Good drop. Good drop, Del Tufo. Is there any music for Real Meta or
Of course, we have
Fake
our
Meta?
favorite
Okay.
music of all time.
Here we go. Very good. All right, first fact. True.
It is.
During my rookie season with the Chicago Bulls, I applied for a job at Circuit City. True Meta or Fake Meta?
I've heard this story. I believe that's true.
Mike?
I'm going with him. True.
True story?
That's a true story. That's a true story.
Did you get the job at Circuit City?
I did get the job. I got the job. I got my discount. I was trying to stay out of trouble,
Okay.
and I needed a job.
Did you use a discount?
Oh yeah, did I? I got so much things.
What was the job? Was it like some stereos or something?
You come in there, and yeah, I was in the stereo department, but you come in there, and I say, "Hey, how you doing? You got this, and we got that."
Ron Artest.
Did people recognize you? Like, what was that like?
Some people did, but I was still young. I wasn't a superstar.
Here we go. Next fact. I wore number 37 for the Lakers because Michael Jackson's album Thriller was number 1 on the Billboard charts for 37 consecutive weeks. True Meta
No
or
way.
fake? No way.
No way.
Is it fake Meta?
That is 100% true.
That's true. That's true.
I knew it was
a great
37
album,
weeks,
man.
but I wouldn't guess.
All right, next one. Right
should've
before
gotten
his
it.
comeback with the Wizards, I broke 2 of Michael Jordan's ribs in a pickup game and delayed his comeback by 3 months. I was so upset about it, I didn't leave my house for days. True Meta or fake Meta?
I think that's true.
I'm saying true.
It's true. It's true. I love Michael Jordan. Probably my favorite player.
You broke his ribs?
But it was on accident. It was a summertime
Okay,
pickup
good.
game, and it was an intense game.
Next one. My official name change to Metta World Peace was delayed for a month because of outstanding traffic tickets. True Meta, fake Meta. Mike Del Tufo.
That's false.
Chris? Fake Meta?
I don't think you're driving yourself around. I'll say false.
False.
That is false?
Yeah.
That's not true?
No.
Okay. You sure that's not true?
Yeah, that's not.
Okay, here we go. All right. In 2010, an art show honoring me was held in Toronto, Canada, entitled Lovable Badass.
Ooh.
True Meta, fake Meta.
False.
True.
That's true.
Yeah, we have a tie.
Oh, yeah.
I was surprised, man. I couldn't believe it. It was a really good show.
Lovable Badass.
They just said, "Hey, we want to honor you." I'm like, "For what?" You know? And they just had all this art of
But-
me.
That could have been a great title for your book instead of No Malice.
Oh yeah, I should have told them.
Next one.
Next
Next one.
one,
All right, last one. Last one. In 2010, I was cited for driving a race car with an expired registration down a city street. True Meta or fake Meta?
Based on his reaction, I'm going to say true.
I got to go true, too. I can see
true.
I can
That's
see
true.
that.
That's true. It was an Indy 500 car. It was fun.
What city?
You know, Westwood.
Westwood?
Westwood.
In UCLA?
Yeah, they pulled me over, and
I mean,
but it was street legal.
that is
So, you know.
fantastic.
So it was street legal.
It
It
was
was
street
just that
legal.
you had an expired registration was the issue.
What happened was the officer was like, "What is this?" That's why they pulled me over. Like, you know,
Yeah,
they
but-
couldn't say I had my license. I had
was an
everything.
Indy car?
It was Indy car, yeah. But you
How
know,
did
you're young
how did
and
you
dumb.
fit in that thing?
I didn't really fit. I was real like this and hitting the gas with my one little pinky toe. It was,
I would love to have
it was
seen
tough.
that live.
Fantastic. No Malice. My life in basketball, or how a kid from Queensbridge survived the streets, the brawls, and himself to become an NBA champion. Fun times with you, sir.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming here. So
Thank
this
you.
book is available where books are sold everywhere. And then Gradello.com to get involved with your youth program out here in Los Angeles, correct?
Absolutely. Please support, and you're going to see a lot of great things, but it's been going well. Thank you.
Okay. And it's GRADELO.com to check all that out. Lovable Badass, Metta World Peace. Good to see you here, sir.
Good to be here.
So hour number 3, we've got Brian Scalabrini calling in to
Yes.
set up the...
Love Brian.
You do, huh?
He's a really good. He's talented. He's good.
He's a lovable badass too, isn't
The
he?
White Mamba.
He's doing so well. I love talking with him on TV.
By the way, you know somebody messed with my Wikipedia
Called you that, right?
for about a week. Somebody said Rich Eisen, a.k.a. White Mamba. So the two White Mambas will have a conversation next on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.